Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 3, the ultimate driving simulator. Gran Turismo Sport came out yesterday, and I don't have the money to go buy it yet, damn it. I'm so bummed out by that, but I swear to God, the minute that I can get my hands on that, I'm starting a series of it right away. I don't care that I'm not done with this yet. I'm going to do them both simultaneously, because it's that important to me. So we will check that out. But what we are doing today is we are on race number 3 of the Dream Car Championship that we are just taking these fuckers to school. And I don't know why we have 6 headlights. I'm pretty sure 4 was enough. I guess they really felt like having that one last one front and center was perfectly acceptable, even though I think it's total overkill and shit. But that's okay. We have our absolutely beautiful, gorgeous Corvette C5R that is just decimating the competition. And I mean, it's not like any of these other cars are slouches or anything. I mean, it's probably, you know, not the prime competition that I wish we had. You know, I would... Oh, boy! Well, there's that. Should have seen that one coming eventually. But it's not like the prime competition that I wish we had. Like, I wish we kind of got to go up against like a Zexel Skyline and maybe like a Team Oreka Viper and you know, maybe like a oh god, maybe like a, you know, Miata, one of the Miata LMs, which we are dealing with here. But there's, you know, there's so many other things that I wish we got to, you know, test our mettle against. Maybe like, oh, maybe like oh god, one of those NSXs. But yeah, I mean, at least it affords us the opportunity to make a mistake and not be, you know, punished horrendously for it. So, it's all good. This, like, what we're dealing with right here feels kind of like a Tier 2 sort of lineup to deal with, which for Dream Car Championship seems like kind of a weird thing. You would think it should all be this kind of thing, you know? By the way, I really wish in this game, or really any of the Gran Turismo games, just because I don't know specifically if it's ever been in any of them or not, but what I wish that they had in this game, one of my favorite cars, and I'm trying to remember what Midnight Club game it was in. It might have been 3, but it's one of my favorite cars all time. Is I really wish in this game they had a Celine S7. Oh man, that car is just a work of beauty. I don't know what company runs Celine. I want to say it's Ford, but I'm not sure on that at all. I'm fairly positive it is an American company though. But that would have been a cool car to have in all of this. But that's besides the point. So we're gonna move through this. We still got a couple laps to go. We're going to take them out. We're going to destroy them, and then everything will be fine. And we'll eventually collect on our prize, and we can move on to professional stuff. We'll probably end up jumping into another endurance race at some point soon. Now that we have this C5R, we can probably use that and be perfectly set to go. Wouldn't be the first time we've used a Corvette at any point, since we used it in what was that, the Trial Mountain one? I think we did. So, good fucking times with all that. P.S. I have 2 stories for you guys today. I figure since I haven't been playing this as much lately, because it's been October and I've been focusing on horror games and such, I kind of put this and Grand Theft Auto on the back burner for just a little bit. But I figure if I'm going to come back, I got to come back with a couple of stories. So, one of which, I'll go with the mildly interesting one, and then save the funny, stupid one for afterwards. So, the mildly interesting one, which I actually posted on the mildly interesting Reddit, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. I thought it was really cool. Some of you guys may not. God damn it! The fucking thing! These fucking corners, man. They are a killer. I may end up losing this because of that. I really hope not, but I may end up losing this because of this type of shit. It's 2 times now. I got about a nearly 7-second margin to make up. Luckily, I am vastly overpowered in terms of top-end speed, so I should be able to make up this thing eventually. It's just really annoying. But anywho, So I posted this on the... he did himself in. He did. So on Monday, Michaela dropped me off at work. And it was the very first customer that came in right after this happened. I got into work, and this customer comes in, and she, goes about her business. She knew what she was looking for. She comes up with about $37 and change worth of vitamins and such, which, hey, not a bad way to start the day. And so she reaches into her purse to pay for this stuff. I shit you not, she just pulls out this massive fucking wad of dollar coins. And I'm not talking like the little gold Sacagawea or like Thomas Jefferson coins. She pulls out like the legit silver ones, like the big ass ones. And she paid with 38 of those. She just like pulls out this fucking bag full of them. And she's like, all right, so it's 38, 37, whatever. And they're like, yeah. And I'm just like, holy shit. And I was like, where did you get all of these? She's like, I've just been saving them over the years and thought at some point I'd have to use them. And lo and behold, here we are. And so she just unloads this bag on me. And now I've got 38 bucks worth of these, silver dollar coins. And I'm just like, shit. And my dad came up later. He was in the office. He comes out and I was like, I gotta show you this. And I open up both of the registers because I couldn't even fit them all into one of them. And he's like, where'd all these come from? Because my dad's a coin collector. He's like, where did all these come from? I was like, a lady just came in and and paid for her entire tab in these coins. He's like, I'll be right back. And he walks back to the office, comes back out with his checkbook and writes out a check for 38 bucks. He's like, I'm gonna take all of these. I was like, you're taking them all for you? He's like, well, yeah. He's like, you do realize that this is probably worth more than $38, right? I was like, they are pure silver, right? I was like, well, maybe not like 99.9% pure, but the likelihood that this pile of these is worth more than 38 bucks is pretty high. And so I'm gonna take these just in case, because he's got like, he's got the like those coin value estimation books, and a lot of the dates on those coins were much lower. They were like, a lot of them I think were like 50s and 60s, and so there could be some decent value in there. I'd be really intrigued to figure out exactly what it comes out to. I'll have to ask him about that maybe later tonight, see if he ever had the chance to look it up. And if not, then yeah, we'll see. But that actually reminds me too, when my grandma passed away, she gave me a little gift, or she, told my dad that when she passes, she was supposed to, for him to give me this gift, and he brought it to work, and it was like this little plastic vial about yay high, and it had like 12 or 13 like uncirculated, I think like 99.9% pure silver. I think they were silver dollars, but they were like in pristine condition. So they could have been worth a nice little sum of money. I don't know if I will ever get rid of them because it's a keepsake, from my grandma. But it could be worth a good, $400 or $500 in there, maybe, depending on the value. It just depends on what the value of silver is at any given time. But fuck, it was such a cool little gift. I had no idea. I didn't know she was, going to leave me anything like that. And then to find out it's just like this cool little plastic vial of pristine condition coins. I have no idea when she even got them. Man, it was cool. So that's what that is. So now we have that one out of the way. So mildly interesting story was, lady comes in, buys $38 worth of vitamins in all silver dollar coins. That was just really fucking cool. This is the other story, and I wasn't actually there for this, but my mom had to recount this story for me because to her it was the most bizarre shit she's ever seen. Not in her own words, of course, because my mom's not really the type to curse per se. And so what happens in this? So let me preface this story with another story. So on Saturday, this guy came into my store, and he's come in a number of times. His big deal is that whenever he comes in, he never fucking buys anything. And I may have told this story before, He's a guy that he always comes in looking for like these. He always comes in looking for free samples of like these topical, pain relief creams that are supposedly for his mom, and the dude will just take he'll take like 8 to 10 of them at a fucking time, which virtually takes them all away from my other customers, and so then they don't even fucking get any of them. And he's been doing this for a long time, to the point where he's probably made X amount of full jars of that stuff that are retail for like 20 bucks a pop. So he's basically just getting free product out of it, and he's just working the system, and I fucking hate it. So I stopped letting him do that, and he eventually, I didn't see him for a little while, but now, as of recent, he started coming in and actually buying real product now. So we finally got to that point where he's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to get away with this little work in the system thing forever, so now I actually have to buy shit in here. So on Saturday, he comes in, and I don't want to like jump to conclusions and say that the guy is a drug addict, but every time he comes in now, he's always looking for detox stuff. Which isn't necessarily, right away a thing that's drug related. It could be alcohol, could be all sorts of things. But the thing that led me to think that maybe he was on drugs will come after this. Oh boy. Yep, tires are still warming up a little bit here, so things are not exactly in the best standing so far. We'll catch up though. So he comes in on Saturday, and he's looking at all these detox things, and he ends up buying like 60 bucks worth of stuff, and he was just like, his behavior was like really erratic the whole time, and the whole thing just seemed kind of off. But he bought like 3 boxes of detox tea. He bought like this like liver cleansing and like mild cancer treatment herbal supplement, and he also bought this stuff called liquid bentonite clay detox, which is designed for, I've already told this story before, but it's designed to pull toxins and shit out of your body for people that have been like smoking pot or whatever the fuck it may be. And so he came in and got all those things, and he also bought like this hydrogen peroxide topical spray, which you can use for various things. And so he bought all that stuff. Very next day is when she tells this story. She, we're all at home watching. I think we were watching like the playoff game or something. She's like, by the way, I gotta tell you guys, I had the weirdest experience like right before I closed with this guy. She's like, so he came in, said that he'd come in on Saturday and he bought a bunch of stuff, and he bought this peroxide spray and a couple other things, and he returned them. I was like, oh no, I know exactly who this is. So he wanted to return these things and get his money back, and I told him that because he doesn't have his receipt and because they're open, I can't just give him cash back for it. And so he's like, well, that's fine. He's like, can you do in-store credit? And she's like, sure, whatever. And so he's like, okay. And so he goes, around the store looking at various things. And here's the great part of the whole thing. I don't think he ended up buying some stuff. I don't know what the hell it is that he got, but he ended up buying a couple of things. And then after he was done, he went over to our essential oils section, and he started looking at all the testers of essential oils that we have, namely the Spearmint oil. And Spearmint's a nice refreshing chewing gum scented oil that's out there, and this fucking guy of all the things that you could do with this, he cracks open the tester bottle of the Spearmint oil, and I fucking kid you not, he cracks open the bottle of Spearmint oil and dumps just a nice, like, way over the top amount of it in his hands, and just starts slathering it all over his face. Granted, and mind you, this is fucking Spearmint oil. Like, this is a really strong, minty-ass fucking oil, and he's just rubbing it all over his face with no carrier oil whatsoever. Which, quick thing on Adam's Health Tips where you learn shit whether you like it or not. When you use the majority of like essential oils and stuff on your skin, it's really aggressive. Like, it's not advisable to do that sort of thing unless you have a carrier oil, like almond oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, Grapeseed oil, any of those types of things. Olive oil is a classic one. Like those are, they call them carrier oils because, you know, they become kind of a buffering agent for your essential oils, so they don't just totally fuck the shit out of your skin. And I don't mean it like mounts you and just starts railing you, because that'd be terrifying to watch and completely impossible. I don't really know how that would happen, but I'm sure that's probably found a way to happen somewhere in some sort of magic circle or whatever. But if you just put that stuff on your skin, especially the minty ones, it's gonna burn like the wrath of 1,000 gods in the heat of 1,000 suns. I mean, it's just you're asking to die. Kinda. Not like it'll actually kill you, but the pain and discomfort will be so immense that you might as well just kill yourself. And so he takes this stuff and he just starts slathering it all over his face, and in seconds flat, mind you, the store was full. And so all these people are watching this guy do this, and everybody's just like, why would he do that? And within seconds, his face just turned as red as this bell, which, for those of you that don't know, this thing definitely says ring for a fuck. Thank you, Eric. It's still fucking funny every time I look at it. But he just flushed red, just flushed, and he got some of it in his eyes, which, ow! God damn it, that would hurt so bad. But he just goes, ah! Ah! And he's just like freaking out, and he's just like, and she's like, you can't put that stuff on your face without a carrier oil, like you're not supposed to do that. And he's like, I didn't know, and he's like, I don't know what to do. He's like, I gotta go outside, and he walks outside, and he goes out there, you know, and there's like a nice cool breeze, which with like a minty oil almost makes it worse, because it's just like it intensifies the cold sensation of it. And so, oh god, he's just the guy's just gotta be losing his fucking sanity, and he's just out there. My mom, she's like, I looked at him outside, and he's just like shaking his head around, and he's just, you can just hear him still in constant just torment and agony out there, just it burns. And then eventually he just walked away. But oh man, I wish I would have been there to have seen that, because I knew the person. And it's like, I don't know why anybody would ever do that. Like, what did he think that was going to happen out of that? You're taking pure mint oil and putting on your face. Like, what were you expecting? Were you expecting it to be like a nice, gentle spritz of energizing goodness in your face, or what? Because that, oh boy. I remember getting one single solitary drop of like camphor and wintergreen in my eyes once, and I wanted to just cut my own eyeballs out. I wanted them gone. Like, I couldn't open my eye for a solid hour, even after doing like a rinse. The burning was so bad that I had to wait for it to essentially go away. So I couldn't imagine just dumping it in my hand and just doing a fucking, you know, Tony Yayo, you can't see this type of shit. Or John Cena, I guess he fucking does that too, but whatever. And, oh boy. Fucking yai. Did I save? I don't know if I saved, so I'm just gonna do this again real quick. I feel like I did, and I already forgot. So, that's the story. Moral of the story, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, aliens and fucking Splecknats and whatever, is, don't do that ever with essential oils. I don't care which one it is. It's just stupid. So, with that said, my friends, when we come back in the next installment of Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, the Ultimate Driving Simulator, we are going to move on to race number 5, which is the last one in the Dream Car Championship, and then we will have the Amateur League finished! It'll be finished! And it'll be awesome. And then we can move on to whatever else comes next. Professional League, Endurance Race, quesadillas, coming up a little bit. Rally races, Endurance races, Professional League. Those are the 3 things that remain. So we'll figure it out next time. But until then, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.